You're simply the best. Better than all the rest.
Hello, welcome back to the channel, it's JPA here. In today's video I'm going to be discussing Rangers' defeat to Lyon in the Europa League. If you're new to the channel, please think about hitting that subscribe button, hit the like button as well, and we'll be well on our way. We'll just get straight into this video, guys. So the match finished, Rangers 0, Lyon 2. Not the result we were looking for, unfortunately. I did predict 2 goals for Lyon. Unfortunately for myself, I predicted 2 goals for us. I thought it was going to be a draw. And there were moments within the match that we probably could have got a draw. I think overall we just didn't have that belief that we could actually go and win the game, which is disappointing. I genuinely believe we've got enough talent on our team to go and compete with these teams. We said, although it was a friendly, we beat them in a friendly. We've beaten the likes of obviously Feyenoord, Legia Warsaw, Porto. We drew with Benfica. We drew with Villarreal. We've had some really good results. We beat Braga over 2 legs. We've had some really good results in the last couple of years in the Europa League, and I just feel that we're not really hitting the heights that we've hit previously in previous years. I didn't really know how to pinpoint where that's gone wrong. There just seems to be a little bit of a lack of belief when we go out there. We're certainly not raising the game to the levels that we know we can compete at. Which is really disappointing. Normally in these videos I go through every single not every single chance, but as many chances as I can think of, and kind of break it down. But I think I'm going to do it slightly different. I'm going to tell you how I felt, how we performed, how certain players performed, and how the referee performed. We'll get to that soon as well. But overall I thought, yeah, we were very passive. We looked scared to lose the game. I think if you go into a game with the mentality that you're scared to lose the game, you quite often lose the game. In terms of the first half, I actually thought it was a pretty even game, despite the fact that they took the lead. The goal came through Cambi on the left hand side. Ryan Kent holds on the ball too long, loses it, and before you know it, they're down the left hand side. We didn't close the space quick enough. We didn't close the man down. He does a couple of step overs and it's in the back of the net. No taking anything away for the finish. It was a fantastic finish, but it seems to be the way that we concede quite a lot of goals for that area of the pitch when we're playing in Europe. I'm not just meaning the right hand side, by the way, the left hand side as well. We seem to lose a lot of goals for long range, and it's disappointing that we kind of just close the players down. Anyway, after they scored, I thought we came a little bit into the match. There was a potential red card incident before they scored, which I honestly didn't think it was anywhere near a red card. Goldson tries to tackle the goal scorer it can be, and he kind of just catches him on either the midriff or the thigh, or just in kind of that middle area. Complete accident. I think it can be his pace just kind of took it away from him, and for me it was a deserved yellow, but nothing more than that. And as I said, we came more and more into the game. Kent had a couple of chances. I think Lundstrom had a chance in that first half. And we created a couple of opportunities, kind of half chances, and I thought we did reasonably okay. And then we went into half time 1-0. I still had a little bit of belief that we could go and do it, but we came out in the second half and we didn't really kick on for there. We didn't really believe that we were going to win the game. And they got their second on 55 minutes, which is really frustrating. We all know what 55 means to Rangers fans, and unfortunately we conceded a really poor goal. Again, Ryan Kent on the edge of his area wins the ball and then try and take his man on, loses the ball, unfortunately goes to the left hand side. Comes inside and McGregor makes a save, he makes another save. Slimani gets a chance and hits it against Goldson. Goldson clears it off the line, but unfortunately all he does is knock it into the path of Tavernier, and it hits, I think, his thigh or something and goes in. Really unlucky. From Tav's point of view, there's nothing he could do about it, but the defending from start to finish was really poor, and it was quite an embarrassing goal to lose. In terms of players, I'm not going to rate every one of them, but what I'll do is I'll look at McGregor. McGregor, for me, couldn't do a lot about the goals, in all honesty. If you move to Tav on the right back position, going forward he was actually not too bad, but defensively again he's found wanting, and the goals come from either side of the fullbacks. So Disappointing night for both fullbacks, I think. Barisic again didn't really cover himself in glory for the goal. And the two centre backs I thought done not too badly. Goldson kind of settled himself down after that yellow card and done reasonably well. Couldn't really do much for the goal. Probably, if you're being critical, he maybe could have just smashed it the other way rather than straight at Tav's midriff. But if you look at Balogun, I thought Balogun was really solid throughout the match. Obviously, conceding 2 goals doesn't look great, but for me, I would give him man of the match. I thought he was excellent throughout. Lindstrom, I thought he was fantastic. I've seen people slate him on social media, saying that he was terrible again. I really don't know what match they were watching. I thought he was excellent, and of the 3 midfielders that played, I thought he was the best one going forward. He was unlucky with a shot in the first half, and probably could have scored from that. Davis had an off night. Defensively, he's normally really switched on. A couple of occasions he switched off, a couple of occasions he gave the ball away. It's not the usual Davis performance that we see. Kamara again was the same, pretty similar to Davis, and where he gave the ball away a number of times, didn't really track his runners. Aribo had a difficult night, I would say. He had an effort, saved in the first half, but then he didn't really do much after that. Kind of as the game wore on, got less and less involved. Morelos, I think for me, he gets pass marks for me. Again, I've seen people slate him on social media, saying that he played awful. I really didn't get that. He done everything that he could have done. He was involved heavily in the shot that Ryan Kent almost scored from. His hold-up play was second to none. He just didn't have any support. Normally, what would happen in these European games is he would hold up the ball and he'd get the support from Ryan Kent, he'd get the support from Hadji, albeit Hadji wasn't playing, he'd get the support from Aribo. He just didn't have that. He didn't have players running off him. It was a very difficult night for him. He didn't really have any clean goal scoring opportunities to take, and I thought he worked really hard. For me, he was probably the second or third best player in the park for us. And Ryan Kent, really difficult night for him, and a mixed night as well, because he was involved in their 2 goals by making mistakes, but he was also had a shot which was well saved by their goalkeeper, who probably our best chance of the game, to be honest. So mixed bag for him. Subs that came on done alright. I thought ran his heart out when he came on. Roof did the same, and Sakala just full of running again. So no fault in any of the subs that came on. We just didn't have that belief, as I say. So now I want to talk about the referee. Now, by all means, the referee didn't influence this game. If the referee was good, the result would have been the same as if he played the game that he did. I'm not blaming the referee in any way, but the diving about from Lyon was embarrassing at times, and the referee was conned almost every time. There was one just embarrassing. There's clips going about social media right now. It's Denier, who used to play for Celtic. Scott Wright's chasing him down the right hand side. Scott Wright basically forces him into making the touch, and it's going to go out for a corner. Instead of allowing that to happen, Denier just throws his legs in the air, throws himself down straight in front of the assistant referee, and I can't remember if it was a free kick to them, but it certainly wasn't a corner kick, which it should have been. So I think it possibly would have been a free kick, if I remember rightly. Absolutely shocking decision. It wasn't the only time they'd done it. They'd done it time and time again. There was another one. It's Rangers' tactic to kind of go close to the back of the player and put a bit of pressure on them. Tav went to do that with one of their midfielders. I can't remember which one it was now. On the touchline, and as soon as he put his hand on his back, the guy jumps up, grabs his shin, rolls about on the floor, gets the free kick, and I'm just thinking, this is absolutely embarrassing. As I said, I had no reflection on the actual game itself, but it's petty time wasting they didn't have to do, by the way. They didn't have to cheat. They were already won the game. They're already proved that they were better than us on the night, so I didn't understand why they've had to kind of resort to that kind of tactics. And it wasn't even like the last 2 or 3 minutes, it was pretty much the last 20-25 minutes of the game. I really wanted to kind of vent my frustration on that, because it was really frustrating. I had to get shouted at the wife a couple of times because I'm screaming at the TV, and she's like, I didn't need to be like that because you're getting beat, and it wasn't because we were getting beat, it was just the sheer frustration of these guys throwing themselves down time and time again, and the referee buying it every single time. Really frustrating. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section down below. So that's pretty much the video done, guys. I didn't want to go on for too long. I know it's slightly different to the other reviews that I've done in the past, but I just want to kind of wanted to break down the players and how they played on the night, because I've seen numerous things on social media, as I said, and slating the players and slating this guy and that guy, and I actually thought the likes of Lundstrom and Morelos did have a good game. We just weren't firing on all cylinders, unfortunately, and it's disappointing to get off to a bad start, but that's it. We'll move on. I'll see you in the next video. Cheers, guys.